The New York Jets and Cleveland Browns, who are the bottom two teams in the AFC standings right now. 2-5 Jets coming off a win over the Ravens. The Browns at home, still looking for that first win, and it looks like all indications point to Josh McCown returning to the lineup. And Mark, I know you've been picking the Browns a lot this year, and I got a feeling you're going to pick them again. And I just want you to remember a nice little helicopter spin that we gave Josh McCown last season when he came into the Meadowlands. You come near that goal line again, the helicopter spinning once more.
I think you
Jets, Jets.
Well, you can go on with your chanting. McCown actually played very well last year, and he's the X factor in this game because if you had Kevin Hogan in here, he can run for you as a wildcat quarterback, couple plays a game. He cannot throw the ball at an NFL level. McCown can.
Kevin Hogan has the most hideous quarterback delivery I've ever seen in my life.
Blake Bortles is like, what about me?
No.
I mean,
Kevin Hogan throws like a cricket bowler. He brings it over the top like this, and then heaves
the
it.
Kevin
like
Hogan
David
game,
Eckstein.
though, deserves like not a 30 for 30, but maybe one of those shorts. Like the Kevin Hogan game last week was an amazing thing to behold.
Yeah, and I don't know what we're asking of the sixth quarterback to play for a team in 7 weeks. I don't think we should ask Kevin Hogan to be some sort of like hidden gem. You know, he is what he is. McCown, though, is a very good quarterback, and he's got the ability. They said he's throwing the ball very well in Wednesday's practice, also on Thursday, and that opens up a whole new element in Cleveland's offense that was not present the last couple weeks, and I would say this is a dangerous matchup for the Jets because of how victimized they've been downfield. You don't have Corey Coleman, but there's a chance here. This game evens out with if Geno Smith were starting this game, this would be Cleveland's hands down in my book.
I don't think Cleveland is anything hands down. And I think every game is dangerous for the Jets because the Jets aren't very good either. But I know there seems to be a groundswell all of a sudden that Josh McCown is like a really good quarterback. And I don't agree. I think he's going to struggle against, even though the Jets are a flawed team.
Let the record
he'll
show
struggle against the pass rush.
There's nothing all of a sudden about my support for Josh McCown.
Well, you've been pretty much on the Josh McCown bandwagon, but it's not like they're getting an all-pro back or something.
It's not an all-pro, but you're talking about going from Kevin Hogan
that's
to Josh McCown.
That
is what would have been a 30-7 Jets win. The game is suddenly it's a pick'em. It's what it is because this game is in Cleveland. Not that that's a huge home field advantage, but the Jets are vulnerable in many ways, and you've got quarterback in McCown that nearly beat the Ravens, that threw for 400 and something yards against the Broncos last year. That's done this that week after week is showing you he can throw the ball and get it to his receivers. He is a dangerous quarterback in this matchup.
These are the two worst teams in football, according to Football Outside.
Makes sense.
Well, that's not a surprise.
But that shows you why not the Browns.
I don't think the Jets are the second worst team in football.
They've had some games that were so bad that they've skewed some of these metrics, in my opinion. I think the Jets are bad, but not like bottom of the world bad.
No,
they've had bottom of the world moments, but yeah, we'll see. I agree. I think this game is kind of a part of me, in a dark part of my mind. I would have no problem. I don't want the Browns to go winless. I think they deserve a win at some point. And if they beat the Jets and they take me off life support in my hope situation, because I'm looking at that schedule and I'm getting excited.
Now you're thinking they could get to 5-5.
I'm thinking they could potentially, but if you just get beat by the Browns, then I'm completely not emotionally invested at all. That'd be fun.
Are you guys gonna be cool this Sunday, like Mark and
I
Dan?
think it's fair to say
they play every year.
Well, it's also fair to say that at this point, I mean, how upset would you like me to get about the Browns winning or losing this game? I'm not in that place anymore, and I think that Dan's pretty close to not being in that place either.
Ryan Fitzpatrick will have a passer rating over 100 in this game. I think he'll play very well.
The offense totally came to life when he came in the game last week.
At least for one series.
Major running back advantage for the Browns in this game. Isaiah Crowell was cutting fantastically against the Bengals. Matt Forte needs 30 carries to reach 100 yards this year. He's averaging 3.5 yards per carry and looks slower than that.
Jets have the number 2 rush defense, held the Ravens to 9 yards on the ground.
Well, that's because the Ravens don't believe in running the ball.